make them hard. Be a black man. Yo, this your boy Dolie Fiyez. It's another episode of The People versus the Trenches. Before we get to the topic at hand, y'all check out a new video by my boy Iceberg. Bless up.
And brown and Asian and Native American people have always been the first victims of oppression and repression in this country.
High stakes gambling with life itself. Playing with them demons, losing sight of the wealth. I gotta stay high cause I be highly depressed. Spirits high, climbing out of the wreck. Nigga, you black, you got God deep inside of yourself. You might wanna talk to him in the dark, and it's probably gonna help. From the ports of Ghana to the shores of Carolina, natural born kings was imported as minors. Rest in peace to all the ones that really fought front line for us. Now we fighting wars that we need third eyes for. Stand the fuck up, use your spine, boy. Man the fuck up, use your mind, boy. Don't mistake these as cries, these lion roars. We too divine for the swine, boy. We overcame this much, we should try more. What we gotta do to get the love that we strive for.
Alright, one more salute to Iceberg for that, you know, to really showing the culture in that video and the message to the culture in that video. Today's topic, I want to talk about black culture and where we stand in American society. Before I get in deeper detail, I like to give RIP to my main man DMX, that we lost to icon, a legend, somebody that I grew up listening to, and to me was like the second coming of Pac, or the first coming of himself, you know what I'm saying? So RIP, my condolences go out to his family and friends and all the Rough Rider camp. And another sad situation happened with Dante Wright. I'll also give my condolences go out to their family, the youngster that got killed in Minnesota in a traffic stop. That's leading on to the topic at hand about black culture and how what we experience here in America when it comes to whether it's police brutality, whether it's our living conditions and everything that we go through in this society in America. Just watching lately, I've been watching a lot of film and documentaries. I actually watched Judas and the Black Messiah. Great movie. If you haven't watched that, go out and watch it. You know, it'll give you a different, deeper perspective on the Black Panther Party and how powerful they really were, you know, and what they really stood by. Also, you can check out the 85 South show where they had Fred Hampton Jr. come on and sit down with DC Young Fly and the crew. Check that out on YouTube. And also a great movie that I seen was the Billie Holiday movie. That was a powerful sister. The United States versus Billie Holiday. That was a real dope movie, man, and it really, you know, broadened my thoughts on the times. And I've fallen in love with the era of the 50s and the 60s and leading up to the 70s and stuff like that, because when I do my research and I see where we were as black people back then, the unity, how black men carried themselves, how black women, stood firmly behind black men, even though at sometimes their voice wasn't heard. You know, they still stayed firm to being down with us, you know, and it leads up to the day and to George Floyd case going on right now. It saddened me when it first happened, when I first seen that situation happen, and it saddened me that I would like to say that was like a public lynching. And as a black man, I felt that strongly. I felt that, you know, to see a brother getting done like that. But even more so, it was our reaction that really saddened me. Also, I can remember when it first happened, Yo Gotti salute to Yo Gotti, much respect. But it was a time where he purchased $1 million worth of cars for his birthday. And this is in the midst of this just happening to George Floyd. And it was like, in my mindset, this was a rallying cry, opportunity for us to come together as black men and be like, damn, man, they just did what they did to George Floyd, man. You know what I'm saying? I just knew that was going to be a thing for black men globally to be like, you know what, man, this is it. It's time for us to, even though the Crips might not, deal with the Bloods, and then you might have all different sects of black leadership, where you have the Moors, you have the sororities, you have the fraternities, you got the Nation of Islam, the Baptist churches, or whatever. We spread it across, and even though we might not all deal in the same ideologies or have all the same beliefs, I think when it comes to us as black people seeing George Floyd getting done like that, it touched each and every one of us. If it didn't touch you, then something is seriously wrong. But I just knew that was a time for us to just rise and to see a brother who's honored in the hip hop community and looked up as the big homie, and I salute him. You know what I'm saying? But I just felt personally that wasn't a time to be showing off no cars or jewelry and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. And I know a lot of rappers and dudes in the streets also. We also say like we get these things to cover up a lot of pain that we done been through. So I understand that too, but me personally, I just felt that was something. When I seen George Floyd situation happen and I seen that situation, I was like, damn, the mindset. Where's our mindset as a black culture right now? Where are we really at as a culture? And it makes me sit back and wonder, when it comes to the Malcolm X and Martin Luther Kings and those that fought before us, how much of what they did do we really honor? That do we really wake up with on our backs every day, in our thoughts? You know what I'm saying? Every day. And I think it's a lot that history teaches us. If we don't go back and study the history, we'll be lost. And I think it's just a time like right now, everybody is seeking the knowledge and really want to know like stuff about like what really went on, or want to be woke to whether it's politics, whether it's history, whether it's trying to get money in businesses or whatever. But I think when it comes to us really looking at as a culture, whether it's the hip hop, whether it's the movies that are now coming out that are powerful, whether it's how we dress, black culture is really rich. So I ask that as I speak and I talk about this today, when it comes to black culture, I think we need to really look into our culture as a whole. Like my people are Bahamian, and I was like 30 some years old before I learned about Junganoo and that celebrations over there in Bahamas, to know that they have black people on the money in Bahamas, to know that to actually look up Ethiopia and see that the money has black faces on it, and stuff like that. So I think it's just time for us to get more enriched in our culture and really just learning, who we are as a people globally, to know that Brazil holds more people of African descent than over here in America. This is something that a lot of us don't know. We might look at Brazil, and a lot of people, I done talk to people in about Brazil, whatever, and they think they speak Spanish. and they actually speak Portuguese. But these people are African descent, just like me and you, and it's actually more of them over there with African descent than us. So when I come down here today, I really want us to learn about the black culture and just how beautiful and how glorious it is. Like even with the way we from our black women being able to style their hair and in many different ways, us being able to grow dreadlocks, the mouth full of goals, you know what I'm saying? How we drop our cars or everything, you know what I'm saying? All that is culture, you know what I'm saying? And but the deepest culture to me is really learn the wars that were fought, the people that died and lost their lives, so I can be sitting here with my homie Clint, who's a white boy who's helping me produce this, and it's not a problem. I remember Maya Angelou, and she was talking about how back in the days when Johnson won the boxing tournament, how they didn't allow black people to leave that city and travel back home because a black man had just became the world champion of the world. It showed like his dominance of just being, the strength of that situation, that they let everybody that had to travel outside of home stay right there put, because they were too afraid that by that happening, him winning that boxing match, that the black people were subject to get killed by racist white people that probably dislike the fact that he had won. So we gotta learn that type of history. We gotta learn that type of know those different type of conversations. You know what I'm saying? It's like that changed my walks of life. You know what I'm saying? That changed my perspective on how I treat my people, on how I look at my people, and how I go about my days, and how I actually gets what's meaningful to me. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to our culture, man, we have to get more in tune, whether you from Haiti, Jamaica, the Caribbean, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a Black American, I think it's very, very, very important that you learn about your brothers and sisters globally. I think it's very, very important because learning about them and their plight and what they've been through in life will help you looking at your dollars different. It will help you looking at what you cherish different. It'll help you how you raise your kids different, and the expectation to be higher. You know what I'm saying? So on this show, you know what I'm saying, I don't talk about us and black culture. Just want, to let y'all know that, learn something, read some books, follow some different type of people on Instagram and Facebook that's culturally rooted. Those elders out there that's trying to that's still around. Listen to their stories. We're gonna wrap this show up, and until next time, stay black, stay powerful, stay strong. Once again, I want to give a shout out to Malenzi Armani for providing me, with another dope shirt for the show, always coming through for me. Salute. And I got us. The people versus the trenches. We here, we out here, we in the streets, we in the lab. Once again, shout out to my homie Clint for making this happen for me. And I'm gonna keep pursuing it, and I got us. Salute.